morning, guys. It's Chantale from Red Page Cafe. I just thought I'd hop on here really quick and show you guys a little tutorial that I've been working on, and I am kind of obsessed. I just love them because it's fall time and it's just a great little easy way of using up some scraps. I know I've got a lot of fabric scraps and just little bits, you know, different little scraps. These are inside out, just FYI. So what I've done, I should show you what we're gonna make. Do you want to make some fun little pumpkins with me? Look how cute they are. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. There's one, and then there's this little cute pinky kind of blue one. Look at this one. I mean, you can really make them whatever size you want. Look at how small it is. Do you see? Look at the difference between the other one. It's just tiny. My daughter wanted a pink one and she wanted a mini small one. Mom, I need a small one, so I made her one. And then I've got this one. This is the same fabric I use for my journals, and I'll probably be showing you guys those very soon. This one, it's got all kinds of fluffs on it, but there's a little cute one here. They're literally just fabric scraps. There's this one as well. It's little. Another little, but not as little. Let's show comparison. Not as little as this little guy. Like, it's just about the size of my thumb. Like, look at that. Oops. And these little ends are just little sticks. I might actually, I don't know, I kind of like that one. I like that they're not all the same either. And here's another one. And I like this one as well. Little blue one. These are literally just scraps that I had. And this one, this is one of my first ones. So if you want to learn how to make these and go a little nutty with me, because I'm like obsessed, they're so fun to make too. And they're not very hard. Like, I mean, this video is gonna be a little longer than 15 minutes, but it takes me about 15 minutes to make one. You will need fabric scraps. So there's this, like, these are a couple of them that I've got a bunch actually. Like I told you. I did sew the one end with my sewing machine. You don't have to. I just kind of did a bunch, all like one after another kind of deal. Whatever scraps you've got laying around, don't go buying scraps. You don't need a huge size. I mean, if you want a bigger pumpkin, then cut a bigger size. You just kind of need a square, is kind of how I understood. So there's that one as well that I've got for fabric. And then I really like see, they're two different, it's the same fabric, but the inside was as pretty as the outside, I thought. So one is going to be this color and one is going to be that color, because right now they're inside out, right? We're going to turn it inside out. So anyways, I will flip you around so you can see what I'm doing on my desk, and let's get creating. Okay, so what I did first is I sewed my fabric, which you want it to be like double-sided. So for example, I'll show you. So your fabric, it doesn't need to be a certain size per se. So let's say this is my fabric. It just needs to be doubled, and you want the outside. So like this one's really hard to tell which one's the inside, which one's the outside. Like the better side of the fabric. For example, this one. So this one you can tell this is the outside, and this is the inside of the fabric, right? So you want to sew it inside out, and you want it to be a kind of a square. It's not a big deal, but you want it to be a square. So what I do is I took my fabric, folded in half, and I just sewed one time with my sewing machine on this side. That's it. I have more over here, but since I already have some sewed up, we'll do those. So let's take this guy. Another thing you need is you'll need some kind of needle. I got this big guy. You can use a smaller one. I just find that it's a little faster to go kind of through the fabric. This is the ones I've got. And this one has a little bit more pokey, but not crazy. So it goes through the fabric a little bit quicker. You need some kind of scissor. Here are all my prepped kind of squares. I do about this length. whatever that is. I don't know. So I don't know. So do as much as you think, but it's about that length. I don't know how much, how long. So the first thing you want to do is, I just use wax linen thread because I wanted a little bit thicker thread. But you could probably use yarn or even sewing thread. Just use what you got. The same thing with your fabric. Don't go and purchase fabric. Just use what you have around. Like all these fabrics are just scraps that I've got. This is a great way of using up your scraps. So we want to just go back and forth all the way around. So that's what you want to do next. Oh, you also need some kind of fill. I'm just using polyfill, I think it's called. It's just that white stuff because that's what I had. So use what you got. Another reminder, use what you have. You don't have to go and buy a bunch of things for this. Like even like old sweaters or old t-shirts or old, like, you know, anything really. Old curtains. And if you want them plain, you can make it plain too. These, I just thought I have all these scraps, right? Now I'm just going to use, like, just shorten the end, and then I will tie this twice. 2 times. I do at least 2 times. You can go 3 times. You can do as many times as you feel will be sturdy enough. I just kind of double. Sometimes I triple. I'm going to triple now. And then you just want to trim the little bits because this is what's going to be inside, right? So I'm going to trim that down. And then this guy, we're going to keep using it for the other side. So you, at this point, you turn it inside out, just like that. There's a little thread there. And then this is the polyester fiber fill, I guess. It's just this stuff, nothing really special. You want enough. Every time I think I got enough, I don't have enough. So you just put it in there. It doesn't really matter, really, if you think about it. It's gonna work anyways. So this is what I've got so far. I think I need a little bit more. So you want it tight enough that, you know, it's kind of sticking out a bit, but push, like, you want a good little ball, right? So that's good enough. Should be good enough. Now this one, same thing. Inside, outside, inside, outside. But for the top one, I go a little further down. So like, just like that. Doesn't matter really where you start. And you just, this needle's super long, so I usually pull it out. Don't want to pull it all the way out. Leave a little bit of a thread. In, out. I mean, you can pull it right out right away if you want as well, like I just did. I think I caught some of the, so I'm just kind of pushing the stuffing. You don't have to, but I find it's a little bit easier to catch the fabric, sort of, maybe. Pretend like that's the reason. No reason really. So you just, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You won't see the top. Just about there. Here you go. So now we're kind of made like a little bag almost. So you just push the stuffing in, and what I do is I push the ends of these, kind of tucking them in, right? And then I tighten. Make sure you don't lose this end. So we're going to tighten this. Oops, just about lost it as I was saying that. Just stick it in, stuff it in with your finger, and then tighten it as tight as you can. So I don't need that long of a thread. And then at this point, you just want to see how you don't want it to come out. So you can just check another time, pull, and then tighten as tight as you can, right? So you do once. I usually do at least 2 or 3 because you want it to hold, right? And then I'll do another one because why not? This end, you're gonna cut this end off, not the long one, just the shorter one. And then, so we'll cut this guy. Get these little guys out of the way. Where'd it go? Right there. And now we're gonna go, what I do is I find the seam. There's my seam. Now it's not really straight, so we're not gonna, just follow it. You don't have to do it that way. You just have to go around, I think it's 6 times, I believe, to do the grooves of your little pumpkin, right? So you got 1, and then tighten as tight as you can, and then hold it, right? And then you go to the next one. I do approximately, it's about that much. Try not to poke yourself in. And then I just kind of line it up. And then you can pull this guy another real quick, hold it, and then tighten this one. Now I want it a little bit wider than that, so it's not permanent, so it's gonna be okay. Go like that, and then again, hold it. Try to hold it with your thumb so it doesn't move too much. And then you do the next one. Try to find the middle. Now I'm going to warn you, first bit almost seems like it's not right. It looks funny, but just keep going around. See like how it's looking? It looks kind of funny on this side, but it's okay. Keep going. And then you want to do about the same width, right? So your next one would be about there. Hold it down again. If you can hold it as tight as you can, it's just going to give you better little grooves, right? In your pumpkin. Whoops, I completely took, I don't know why I took it out. Where is the end? Oh, there you are. Now, if you're having a hard time getting a hold of it, you can use a plier, pull. Sometimes it works better. So about that long, right? And then pull tight, hold it, do it again. So you just do it 6 times, right? All the way around. That, kind of find the spot there, and then so the last 2 are going to be like the in-between kind of, right? The last 2. So I kind of judge approximately, find the middle of those, tighten it, bring it here, hold it. Oh, there it is. I was like, where is it? And then you just hold it all the way and you tighten it as tight as, kind of looks like a little flower, right? So this part will probably be where your stick is, depending. I mean, if you like it better this way. Now at this point, you want to keep it tight and hold on to it. Do a little knot. And then just hold on to it and tighten as tight as you can. Like this one could have been a little tighter. So now that you've got your first knot, it won't go any further. Like it should hold in place. Okay. So you can do a 3rd knot if you want. I've got this little magnetic thing. It's just like a little plate with magnets underneath. It holds my needles, and that way I know where they are because I tend to lose them on my table. So at this point, you just tighten her up really good, and then you just cut the excess. Watch here not to catch your fabric. There's a fly that wants to come in. So now you can decide if you like it better this way or this way, right? So whichever side you like better, that's where you're going to put your little stem. Like I said, you need sticks. So if you get some nice dry sticks, like don't even worry about getting the ones off the actual tree. Just grab them off the floor. There's some everywhere that you go, like if you go for walks or wherever. If you don't want to use a stick, you can use a cinnamon stick. Now this is it's a little taller than I wanted, but that's okay. It might be cute. I like the fact that they're different sizes. Now to attach it to there, you need a glue gun, which I have heated up. And then you just put a dab, like just enough to make sure it holds the little stick. You put your little stick in there, and then I just leave it. Put it to the side and start another one. So there you go. Now, if you want, you could add some little decorations here. Here it is up close. If you wanted to add, like this is actually, it looks kind of a different color up here in the sun, but this is the actual color. So there's your little stick. You could put a cinnamon stick. You could also put like little thread if you want, or even little wires. You could twirl them up on a piece of, like on a pencil or whatever, and stick them in there if you want. It's completely up to you, but it takes, what, took me about 13 minutes to make one. So there you go. I hope that you go and you have some fun, and I hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial. And we'll see you the next time. Bye for now.